Greetings, Earthlings. Broadcasting from Uranus, it is your boy, Toddy Walnuts, with another update slash variety show. We're going to call this a variety show today because I don't have quite enough to call it an update video, and it's not quite a collection overview video. So what I'm going to do today is show you a few things that I picked up recently, and I'm going to show you some things that I had previously that I may not have shown you before. So get yourselves relaxed, get a beverage and a snack. The girls are here. We're in chill mode. Let's check out these movies. So this first little stack that I'm going to pull from right here are DVDs from a company called Pop Flicks, and they've been around for a long time, and they're known for releasing public domain movies, and there's a couple different genres that they have. They have spaghetti westerns, they have horror, sci-fi. I have a little stack here that I recently picked up, and then I'll show you a few that I had already previously. So these are in no particular order, but I believe there's 5 of these that I have. These are double features, and this one's called Frankenstein Fest. And this one comes with Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter and the Monster Maker. And you can see that's what the Pop Flicks logo looks like. Now these come in the slim pack, which I'm not really the biggest fan of. But I thought these looked pretty cool, and I wanted to grab them. Let's see if we can. It looks like it doesn't quite want to focus for me. I just realized I'm not recording in HD, so I'm going to have to stop it after this one and set it to high def. But there you can see that they're calling it a perfect double feature for your Halloween party fun. And that's what this kind of reminds me of. My mom used to put on a Halloween party for us when we were kids, me and my brother. And we would invite neighborhood kids or kids from school to the Halloween party that we would have every year. And we'd put on some of these cheesy monster movies. So Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter is from 1965. It's 95 minutes running time. And The Monster Maker, 1944, 65 minutes. Black and white, and it was put out by Pop Flicks and in conjunction with Allegro, and this came out in 2006. And I'll just quickly show you the inside. There's not really a whole lot to it. It's a flipper disc. Oh yeah, actually it's not. It's a one-sided disc. For some reason that was popped out. So that is the first one. It's Frankenstein Fest. Okay, so I switched it to high def. Hopefully this looks a little bit better. The next one is called Haunted Nights, and this one has Screaming Skull and Tormented. And like I mentioned earlier, these are public domain movies. So these have several different releases on different companies, different labels, different multi-packs. Screaming Skull came out in 1958 and Tormented 1975. The next one is My Favorite Vampire. You get Vampire Bat and Devil Bat. These were all pretty inexpensive on eBay. I want to say they were probably $5 or $6 a piece, if that. And Vampire Bat 1932, starring Fay Wray of King Kong fame. And you get Devil Bat 1941, starring Bela Lugosi. Next up is Monster Mash. You get Attack of the Monsters and Monster from a Prehistoric Planet. Attack of the Monsters 1969 and Monster from a Prehistoric Planet 1967. Japanese Tokyo monster movie. Well, I think both of those are Tokyo monster movies. And the last one, and I'm not quite sure if this is the last one, and I'll explain to you here in a minute. I think I may be missing one. Maybe somebody out there can help me with this. This one's called Zany Zombies. You get the King of Zombies and Revolt of the Zombies. These covers are really cool. They're cartoonish, kind of silly, but I like them. Revolt of the Zombies was from 1936, and King of the Zombies, 1941. Okay, so my question to the throbbing brain out there, if anybody knows, if you look here at the spine, you can see all the titles there. And then if you go to the bottom of the spine, you'll notice that they're numerical in order, going from the bottom one here. You got 666, 002, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But there's no 001. And I've been looking to see if I can find if there's a 1, but I have no idea if there is one. I haven't found anything out about it. So if anybody knows, if you can kind of help me with that, let me know. And let's move on to the next pile. This next little stack here, I own these already, but I just pulled these out because I wanted to show you what else Pop Flicks releases. There's the logo there. And these were the Roger Corman horror collection, and there were only 3 in this set, and I'll show you all 3 of them. You get 5 drive-in classics on 2 DVDs, and in this set here you get also, these are public domain movies, The Little Shop of Horrors, The Terror, Dementia 13, She Gods of Shark Reef, and Swamp Women. And there you can see the original covers for those movies, the original poster art. These are also very affordable. If you're a Roger Corman fan, I would recommend picking these up. These are really nice sets. This one's called the Roger Corman Creature Collection. And you get Attack of the Giant Leeches, the Wasp Woman, Creature from the Haunted Sea, A Bucket of Blood, and Last Woman on Earth. Really nice poster art there. And the last one is called the Roger Corman DriveIn Collection. You get Beast from Haunted Cave, The Wild Ride, The Fast and the Furious, T-Bird Gang, and High School Big Shot. And there's an overview of the 3 I just showed in case you're taking notes and you want to order these. You get the Creature Collection, Horror Collection, and Drive-In Collection. And you have my favorite vampire double feature, Zany Zombies, Monster Mash, Haunted Nights, and Frankenstein Fest. Speaking of Roger Corman, I bought a documentary called Cormans World, which is now out of print, but it's still very affordable. If you're interested in that, go check out eBay. This documentary was excellent. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. And you can see a lot of the actors and directors and movie aficionados, anybody who's anybody was involved with this project. And you can see some interviews with Peter Bogdanovich, Joe Dante, De Niro, Fonda, William Shatner. I mean, there's just a really huge cast of big-time legends who were involved with this documentary. And this was put up by Anchor Bay. I don't remember if I ever showed this or not. If I did, I apologize, but I think it's worth showing again just to kind of show you guys it's available in case you're interested in checking that out. But this was made in, let me see if I can find a year, 2011. So this has been out for quite a while. There's the Anchor Bay logo. And it's 89 minutes running time, so that's pretty cool. An hour-and-a-half documentary, and I strongly recommend that. Check it out. So the next one here, I have a wish list that's a mile long, and like many of you, I'm sure a lot of you have a wish list too. I keep a digital copy of my wish list, and I'm constantly adding to it and trying to take off and buy things from the list, which is what I did here. This is one that I wanted for a long time. This is the Val Lupton Horror Collection. There's 9 movies in this box set. And this was one that had been on my wish list for at least a few years. And it used to be pretty expensive. Now it's come way down. I think I paid about 30 bucks for this. To me, is a steal. Because for the longest time, this thing was like 75, 80, even into the $90 range, which I would never, I wouldn't consider it for 90, but for 30, I thought it was a great deal, and it was time to take it off my list. So I pulled the trigger on it. And this thing is in really, really good condition. Look at the artwork on the front there. That's just pretty amazing. You can see the movies that are in this box set, which we will show here in a moment. Really beautiful box set. Whoever had this took good care of it. Let's see, when did this come out? 2005. So this thing is 20 years old already. So let's take a look inside here. It's a decent box. I mean, I wouldn't say it's very durable, but if you take good care of it, it'll last a long time. And whoever had this before me took really, really good care of it. So I appreciate that. Definitely had to be a collector. So these are all double features, and on this disc you get Cat People and the Curse of the Cat People. Let's see here, the Cat People came out in 1943 and Curse of the Cat People 1944. You can see some of the still frames there, some of the actresses. The next one is called I Walked with a Zombie and Body Snatcher. Just look at these poster art advertisements. That's beautiful. You get a little bit of special features, as you can see there in the middle. I Walked with a Zombie 1943 and The Body Snatcher 1945. Next we have the Leopard Man and the Ghost Ship. Beautiful painted covers for the posters. Ghost Ship, 1943, and the Leopard Man, also 1943. The Seventh Victim and Shadows in the Dark. These black and white movies from the 40s are phenomenal. Shadows in the Dark is a Val Lupton legacy documentary. The Seventh Victim came out in 1943, and the supplementary compilation came out in 2005. I believe that's that. I think the documentary came out in 2005. And the last two are Isle of the Dead and Bedlam, both Boris Karloff movies. Isle of the Dead came out in 1945, and Bedlam came out in 1946. And that was the Val Lupton Horror Collection. You get 9 movies plus a documentary. And I'm really glad to finally have this in my collection. It's been a long time coming, and it feels good to finally have it. Another DVD box set I recently got, and I've been slowly trying to put this whole line together. And if you stick around till the end, I'll show you all of the midnight movies I have on DVD. But this was one of the box sets I wanted to get. I believe there are 3 different midnight movies box sets. And they're pretty expensive these days to get these. The box sets were kind of rare. And this one's called Creepy Classics. Put out by MGM, and these were called Midnight Movies. And they specialized in releasing like drive-in style horror and sci-fi movies. I'm sure many of you already know all about this line, and probably a lot of you have collected this line as well. Also, I bought this used on eBay, and it's in pretty good shape. I'm pretty happy with it for the price I paid for it. Just like anything else, condition is everything, and the better the condition, the more you're going to pay, especially for all this out-of-print stuff. Pretty decent outer shell here. And then you get 4 movies in this box set. You get X, the Man with the X-Ray Eyes. Nice little sci-fi horror movie. You can see the original poster art there, starring Ray Milland. 1963, running time 1 hour, 19 minutes. Let's see if I can find this box set came out in 2001. The next one is called the Dunwich Horror. The Devil's Spawn is about to open the gates of hell. These covers look really, really good. 1 hour, 28 minutes from 1970. You can see the original poster art there. Now, a lot of these do have Blu-ray upgrades, and I do have the Blu-ray upgrades for a lot of these, but I still like to collect the DVDs too. And eventually I would like to put this whole collection to completion. I would like to complete it, but I have quite a ways to go. But like I said, if you stick around till the end, I'll show you all the titles I have so far. The next one's called The Pit and the Pendulum, an Edgar Allan Poe adaptation starring Vincent Price. Movie came out in 1961, 1 hour, 20 minutes running time. I think the best release I've seen of this movie, and I have it, is the steelbook that Arrow Video put out years ago. That thing is gorgeous. And the last one from this box set is called The Fall of the House of Usher. This is a great movie. It's another Edgar Allan Poe adaptation, also starring Vincent Price. I love these 60s gothic horror movies. They're fantastic. This one came out in 1960 exactly, 1 hour and 20 minutes. So that was the MGM Midnight Movies Creepy Classics box set. Really glad to check this off of my wish list. I did an unboxing of these two recently, but I realized not everybody watches every video, and I just wanted to include this as part of my recent update. So I had this previously, but I wanted to put them all together. This is the Friday the 13th reboot, and then from Arrow Video, and then this is Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell. And if you're interested in seeing more about these, I did unboxings of these. You can just check my archived videos and you'll find those. Check those out. Really glad to have these. The next little box set here comes in a fat pack. This thing is fantastic. It's called 100 Years of Horror, the Complete Collection, hosted by Christopher Lee. And it's a documentary that's broken up into half-hour bits about the history of horror movies, and it's hosted by Christopher Lee. And each segment, like I said, is 30 minutes long, and I think there's 5 DVDs. I don't remember exactly how many episodes there are, but this thing was really fantastic. So there's what you got right there. Disc 1, you get Dracula and his disciples, blood-drinking beings, Frankenstein's friends, Baron Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then on disc 2, you get werewolves, Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, ghosts and phantoms. Disc 3, you get witches, demons, mutants, freaks, and scream queens. Disc 4 is girl ghouls, maniacs, gory gimmicks, sorcerers, and aliens. And disc 5, you get mummies, zombies, mad doctors, man-made monsters, giants, and dinosaurs. And there's just so much info packed in these episodes. It's really wonderful. This is a really great set. I would definitely recommend this to everybody. They come on swing trays. I think this is a beautiful set, and it's still very, very affordable. I think you can probably get this set for 15, 20 bucks, maybe 25 at the most, but it's definitely worthy of a grab, I think. Let me take this stuff out. There's another disc here, and you get kind of a little an episode pamphlet here. Really, really beautiful stuff. I love it. And this was put out by a company called Passport Video, and then this is a catalog of some of their previous releases. Now this came out in 2006, like I said, so it's been out for a long, long time. I don't know if this would ever get a Blu-ray upgrade. It probably should. I think it would sell pretty good. But here are some of the other box sets that you can get. Martin and Lewis, Red Skelton, Three Stooges. So much good stuff. So that was 100 Years of Horror, the complete collection. Now there's other ways you can buy this too. This is the whole complete collection in one fat pack set, but you can also get it like just single disc, like volume 1 through volume 5, I think, if you want to do it that way. But if you can get it all in one nice box set like this, you might as well just grab this one. Now this one's kind of a funny story, I guess. Not really funny, but this has been on my wish list now for about a year or more. And I wasn't even looking for this, but I stumbled across it on a eBay sale for $7. I bought the Vestron Video Collector's Series of Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 3, 4, and 5 for $7. I couldn't resist it. It comes with the slipcover. This thing is in brand new mint condition. I would have paid $20 for this eventually, but for $7 I had to grab it now. And if anybody, I don't know, this was used. I don't know if the digital copy is still gonna work, but if you want that, first come, first serve, and there you go. And the rest of these come on swing trays. A really, really nice set. For $7, I could not pass that up. Even though these movies are not the greatest, they're still fun to watch. But for $7, I'd take that all day long. The next one here is a box set I just got yesterday. Just did an unboxing of this yesterday, so I'm not going to go in depth in this one today. But like I mentioned earlier, not everybody watches every video, so if you're interested in seeing what's in this box set, just go back to my archived videos. It would be the video just before the one I'm recording now, and you can see the full unboxing of this. You get Beware, Phantom Brother, and Basement Jack from a company called Terror Vision. It's a really, really cool set. So if you want to hear my entire thoughts about this box set and you want to see more about it, just check out my last video. The next one here is another one that's been on my wish list for several years. This was the Synapse Films DVD edition of the Violent Stuff collection from Andreas Schnaz, the German kind of a gory, he makes really brutal, bloody movies. And this is the 5-film collector's edition. I got a really good deal on this one. I wasn't necessarily gonna pull the trigger now, although it has been on my wish list for a couple of years. When I saw the price for this, I got this 5-disc set from Synapse, and I got this Blu-ray of the newer movie for $20 for both of these. And I probably would have paid that for that alone, because I already have this movie on a German media book, and we'll talk about those in a minute. These are the German movies from Andreas Schnaz, and then they tried to remake it as an Italian giallo film. And I have to warn you guys that these movies are pretty terrible, but I still have fun with these. They're pretty brutal, they're gory, and it's a fun watch. But I'm gonna take the plastic off of this and we'll take a look inside. But before I do that, let's see what else I can tell you on the back. I think, oh, this is a 3-disc set. I thought this was limited and numbered, but I don't see a number on the back. But there you can see the titles of the 5 movies. And they came out the first one came out in 1989, and then 1992, 1999, 2010. And then there's a bonus disc called Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence. They came out in 1991. And these are really ultra low budget. It says here that he only paid $2,000 to make the first 2 movies. You can see the cover art for the movies if you buy them singly, I guess, but I wanted to get them in this box set. Let's take the bag off and check it out. Okay, just had a sip of water. I got really bad cotton mouth tonight. It's kind of hard to talk when you got cotton mouth. So there's a booklet, a little leaflet, and here are the discs. So it looks like you get the first 2 movies on disc 1, the second 2 movies on disc 2, and this is the bonus disc on disc 5. On disc 3, I'm sorry, there's only 3 discs. 5 movies on 3 discs. Here's that little pamphlet or leaflet, whatever you want to call it. Got a lot of write-ups about the movies. There again, you can see the covers. And here is a 2017 catalog from Synapse Films. Holy smokes. Yeah, this is a great company. I'm not going to go through all these movies, but they have a nice catalog and they're always really high quality. And this is one of the better companies out there. They're a little pricey, but you do get what you pay for. So that is the Violent Stuff collection. This was the first 5 movies from director Andreas Schnaaz, the German director. Now we're going to talk about the Italian giallo film. So this was their attempt to turn this slasher movie into sort of a giallo movie. This was directed by Luigi Pastori. In 2006 this came out, and this one is called Violent Stuff, the movie, put out by a company called Real Gore. I have a couple different releases from that particular company. I wasn't looking for this movie. Like I mentioned earlier, this was basically a throw-in, almost for free, because I would have probably paid $20 for that 5-disc set alone. So this was like a throw-in, and it's a numbered edition. It's number 302 out of 3,000. And it's a 3-disc set. You get a Blu-ray, a DVD, and a CD soundtrack. And I gotta be honest with you, this movie is pretty terrible. It still has some fun moments in it, but it's not a very good movie. And here's the keep case. You get the Blu-ray and DVD in the keep case. So here's the DVD. And here is the Blu-ray. And it looks like they also threw in a trading card, baseball card size. And in this little paper or cardboard envelope, you get the CD soundtrack. It looks like a little record. Music by Goblin, Claudio Simonetti. That's probably the best thing about the movie, actually. And then you get this pretty decent sized booklet. Luigi Pastori. I should be careful. I'm not going to show any more because there's probably not only gruesome images, but there may be some nudity, and we're not going to show that here on the channel. I'm going to go through the media book here in a second. This is a really beautiful media book. It's much better than the movie is. That's a pretty cool image on the cover. This one was also limited. Check that out. limited to $9.99. I just snuck in there at $9.98. It's all region. And this one also does come with a soundtrack. So there's the Blu-ray. They just used the real gore stuff. The exact same thing. There's a DVD and there's the CD soundtrack. And again, I'm going to be really careful because there's probably some things I'm not going to be able to show you. So I'll kind of scan ahead a little bit. So that is my little violent stuff collection. I have the 5 movies and I have the movie that came out not too long ago. What did it say? It was 2006? 2015, I'm seeing now. It's either 2000. This one says 2015, this one says 2016. So, but that is the collection. So the next item here is something I've had for a couple of months already. I never made a video about it. And since this is the variety show, this is the very first variety show. So you guys will have to let me know if you want me to do more like this in the future. They're not always going to be like this. If I have updates, enough videos, I'll do an update video. But every once in a while I may crank out just a random kind of a variety show. So if you like that idea, just leave a comment and let me know. But this was from a Etsy seller, and this is the gas station from the 2003 reboot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And he made this little diorama of the gas station. So it even comes with the van. Some pretty good detail in here. He said eventually he's going to make a replica of a gas station from the 1974 original. And I told him if he does, I'll be the first one in line. I'll buy it. This is a really, really nice little set here. He even put a little battery pack in it so you can see the light in the window. Let's see if we can turn that on. There's a little on-off switch right here. So if you look, actually, so what I'm going to do is I'll stop it for a moment, take my flash off, and then you'll be able to see the light better. So now we are in total darkness, but as you can see here, there's kind of an ominous glow coming from the windows of the gas station. What's going on back there? What in the hell is going on in this gas station? What in the hell is going on around here? So I thought this was pretty cool. I wanted to add it to the collection. I mean, he put a lot of detail into it. There's even like a little lamp hanging down. That lamp does not light up. But in the movie, it even has that little banner for the community center. And he put shopping carts and barrels. It's not exactly a one-for-one replica. You got a gas pump there. You got the Jeep, the van. But that's pretty cool. All right, so I was gonna put these on a shelf and just show you on a shelf, but I figured maybe it'd be a little bit easier if I just pull them from here. So maybe it won't be easier. First one is called War Gods of the Deep. These are all of the midnight movies I have on DVD. There's a lot more that I'm missing, but eventually I would like to piece this collection together and complete it. So this is a movie from, let's see, 1965. 1 hour, 25 minutes running time. Vincent Price. Next one is a little creature feature transformation movie called The Beast Within. This one came out in 1981, 1 hour, 38 minutes. And I have this one on Blu-ray as well, but I like to collect DVDs too. Count Yorga, Vampire. 1970, 1 hour, 33 minutes running time. These midnight movies came out like around the 2000, 2001 era, I believe. Here's Dr. Phibes Rises Again, which is the sequel to Dr. Phibes. The Abominable Dr. Phibes was part 1. Did I say what year this came out? 1972, 1 hour, 29 minutes. Mars Needs Women with Yvonne Craig, who played Lily Munster. This one's from 1967, 1 hour, 22 minutes. Invaders from Mars. It's a Tobe Hooper movie, and you can see Karen Black. (1986), 1 hour, 39 minutes. Here's a good little sci-fi drive-in type movie called It, The Terror from Beyond Space. I love these kind of movies. 1958, black and white, 1 hour, 9 minutes running time. Attack of the Puppet People. This movie was ahead of its time. The director, well, the premise of the movie is these people get shrunk to the size of, I don't know, like a 3 3/4 inch figure. And then everything around them is huge, kind of like The Incredible Shrinking Woman, or The Incredible Shrinking Man too, for that matter. But pretty fun movie. Donovan's Brain. Nancy Davis, who was Nancy Reagan, Ronald Reagan's wife. She was the first lady for 8 years. 1953, black and white, 1 hour and 24 minutes. Another little sci-fi gem called Reptilicus. Very low budget. 1962, 1 hour, 22 minutes. Look at that cover. That's beautiful. The Pit and the Pendulum, which also came in the Creepy Classics box set. I had this before I got the box set. 1961, 1 hour, 20 minutes. The Thing with Two Heads. Ray Milland and Rosie Greer, who was a professional football player, Hall of Famer. Transitioned from professional sports to acting, and I thought he did a great job. 1972, 1 hour, 31 minutes. And this is the last one for the single edition, meaning that there's only one movie in the case. I have a couple double features, and then there's even some 4 features, and I'll get to those here in a minute. But this is called The Island of Dr. Moreau. Uh, 1977, 1 hour, 39 minutes. So I have a handful here of the double features from Midnight Movies. We have The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues and The Beast with 1 Million Eyes. Flipper disc. The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues came out in 1956, and The Beast with 1 Million Eyes came out in 1955. Morons from Outer Space and Alien from LA. Kathy Ireland was, she was at the top of her game in this era here. So let's see, Morons from Outer Space came out in 1985, and Alien from LA, 1988. I was going to show you some Anchor Bay tins in this video, but it looks like we may have to save that for another variety show. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. This one has What's the Matter with Helen and Whoever Slew Auntie Roo. What's the Matter with Helen, 1971, and Whoever Slew Auntie Roo, 1972. This is a good one. This is probably my favorite double feature from Midnight Movies. You get Deranged, which is a very accurate story about Ed Gein, the graveyard ghoul from the great state of Wisconsin, and Motel Hell, which is a dark comedy. Both of them are really, really good. Let's see, Deranged came out in 1974, and Motel Hell, 1980. I have Panic in the Year Zero and The Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price. Kind of apocalyptic type movies. Panic in the Year Zero, 1962, and The Last Man on Earth, 1964. This one is the last double feature that I have, and then we have 4 of the quadruple features, and then we'll wrap this up. This is another excellent double feature. You get Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. Tales from the Crypt, 1972, and The Vault of Horror, 1973. The first 4-movie pack is Phantom from 10,000 Leagues, The Beast with 1 Million Eyes, War Gods of the Deep, and At the Earth's Core. Morons from Outer Space, Alien from LA, The Man from Planet X, and The Angry Red Planet. The Land That Time Forgot, The People That Time Forgot, Panic in the Year Zero, and The Last Man on Earth. Strange Invaders, Invaders from Mars, Invisible Invaders, and Journey to the Seventh Planet. So that's going to do it for this first edition of the Variety Hour. Again, if you have any feedback about that, if you want to see more like this, let me know. Otherwise, I'll go back to the old format of just showing update videos and collection overviews. But thank you for watching. It always means a lot to me when you stop by and check out the video. Hope I was able to give you some ideas. I'm not really good at closing these videos out. I never know what to say. Other than thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.